What's up, Army, and welcome back to another episode of Army Vlog. Sadly, this is my last week hosting, so be sure to give JJ a big welcome back next week. But before that happens, we need to get through this week's news, right? Well, buckle up and I'll fly you through all of this week's happenings. With the official start of summer rapidly approaching, people are looking for that one special song to set on repeat for the whole summer. And Apple Music compiles a playlist each year to determine which song should be labeled as Song of the Summer. According to the Grammys, and yes, we are talking about the Grammys again this week. So according to the Grammys, Apple Music declared BTS's latest title track Fake Love as a contender, alongside other songs by worldwide famous artists, such as Ariana Grande, Demi Lovato, and Childish Gambino. Now, all of us armies know what our Song of the Summer is, but what do you think the general public will pick as their Song of the Summer? Let us know in the comments below. Ever since the release of Dang, the general public has been going crazy and falling in love with the track. Casual listeners discovered the track on SoundCloud, and after seeing all of their supportive comments, armies quickly flooded the site to stream and recommend other BTS songs, leading to the first ever SoundCloud All Kill. Armies are truly innovators when it comes to promoting BTS. I mean, a SoundCloud All Kill. A SoundCloud All Kill. Like, that didn't even exist until Army. So, good job, guys. BTS will be performing at the 27th Lot Family Concert 2018, sponsored by Lot Duty Free, who BTS have been representatives of since November 2017. The concert will be held at the Jamsil Olympic Stadium in Seoul on the 22nd and 23rd of June. BTS is part of the concert lineup for the show that will be held on Friday the 22nd, starting at 8 p.m. Korean Standard Time. Tickets are for sale while supplies last, and are going to be given on a first-come, first-served basis. And your seating position will depend on the amount of your lot duty-free purchase. This past week, Apple Music had a BTS takeover.
Dun, 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 dun.
They talked about music that inspired them, as well as places they traveled that surprised them when they would hear their music being played. When asked what the most recent album or song that they had added to their playlists was, they all said that Love Yourself Tear was the latest album that they added to their playlist. I mean, why does BTS even need ARMY? They are the kings of shameless promotional plugs. They are the kings of self-promo. RM stated that he had listened to it in the shower just before coming to the interview. And Hobie jokingly said that their next single was going to be called Real Love.
Good.
Nah.
All in all, the boys were their same lovable selves and seemed like they thoroughly enjoyed this interview. Sneaky sneaky. Big Hit sneakily posted teasers of BTS's newest exhibition, 5 Always, on Instagram on June 14th at 12 a.m. Korean Standard Time, while armies were still on the post-prom party hangover. The teasers, composed of 9 photos, form the words 5 Always in Hangul. Interestingly, the name was also a double entendre for the word today if you take out the comma. This was, in Bangtan fashion, connected to the exhibition's slogan, which is the today that connects the past and the future. It was then announced on Twitter that the event will run from August 25th to October 28th, 2018. And armies can only hold on to their seats and wait with bated breath for the rest of the details. When the long-anticipated final episode of Heart Signal 2 was aired, which is the hottest Korean reality dating show, fans noticed that 4 O'Clock by RM and V was played. Not long afterwards, all the top searches on Naver were all related to the song. from the title in Korean to the lyrics to V's name. However, Knets were struggling to find it. It even brought another artist's name to the top spot because it meant 4 o'clock. Let's just hope our K-Diamonds can help. In honor of the 5th anniversary of BTS's debut, 2 Thai fan clubs that go by the names BTS Thailand and Candy Clover took part in a blood donation project. This project was inspired by the Love Myself campaign that BTS has been promoting through UNICEF. Their initial goal was to get 100 liters of blood. However, they actually surpassed by double their initial goal. They collected a total of 204.1 liters of blood, which is able to help around 1,500 individuals. Thai armies also showed a 1-minute video on a display screen in Siam Square, which is a central shopping district in Bangkok. The video displayed the story behind the blood drive. These armies say that love for others will not be ending anytime soon. And we will leave the link to the full video in the description box below. Once again, we say this a lot on this channel, but once again, a huge congratulations to BTS and ARMY. Fake Love has reached 1 million Shazams. Yes, 1 million Shazams in 1 month, just one, making it the 2nd BTS song to reach this milestone. The first one being Mic Drop Remix featuring Designer and Steve Aoki, which, by the way, it took Mic Drop Remix 4 months to achieve what Fake Love did in 1. Armies, you did such a good job Shazamming Fake Love. Shazam is so important for radio play and music charts, so keep Shazamming, ARMY, and let's get to 2 million. Teamwork really makes the dream work. And now for this week's Billboard rankings. Love Yourself Tear is now number 20 on the Billboard 200 albums chart, while Fake Love has dropped down to number 71 on the Hot 100. The good news is we're still on the charts, but we're going to need to keep streaming and keep streaming hard if we want to stay. Longevity is key, ARMY. We gotta keep pushing. BTS now has over 200,000 pure album sales in the US alone. Don't stop there, ARMY. Let's keep buying. The Fake Love music video has reached 6 million likes on YouTube in less than a month, making BTS once again the first ever Korean group to reach this milestone. Just for comparison, it took DNA over 7 months just to get to 5 million likes. And that, armies, is the definition of a glow up. And that's it for this week. I'm happy that I had the opportunity to host these past 2 weeks, but before I go, I just want to remind you guys of a few things. First, I want to remind you that next week is the last week of clues for the giveaway, so keep your eyes and your ears peeled, and make sure to tune in next week for instructions on how to actually win the prize. Also, our member application is still open, so if you'd like to join Official BTS Club, then go ahead and fill that out. Our Collaborator application is open as well. If you or your fan base would like to help promote ARMY Vlog or any of our future projects, then be sure to fill out that application. And lastly, our Fanbase project feature form is always open. If you or your fan base have a project that you would like featured on an episode of ARMY Vlog, be sure to fill that out. All of the links for those applications will be in the video description. Now, as always, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and follow us on all of our social media platforms, which are also linked in the video description. And spread the word to every ARMY that you know. And also, recently JJ hasn't been feeling too well, so be sure to flood the comments with lots of love and get well soon. But with that, armies, please always remember, love yourself, love myself, and peace. And to my niece, who I just recently discovered was an ARMY, Trinity, a purple you girl.